Do not buy property investments, just buy something you really like. Hi everyone, Gainer here from Property Made Simple. And first of all, this video seems to be very contradicting, right? Like what the title is, right? Because basically I'm a property agent and I assisted many HDB upgraders to, sell their HDB and probably buy, find some good property investments, helping investors to spot the good ones. And now this video I'm actually telling you guys not to buy a property investment, and it seems so weird, right? But I will share with you my reason real soon. But first of all, just take a look at my background. Maybe I just share with you this background. Video is probably a little bit shaky, right? And right now I'm actually at Punggol, and you can see, right? This is the view that I have. This is something really very interesting, right? Because Punggol, you probably will have a lot of all these roof gardens or beautiful roof gardens just above the multi-story car park. And I just thought that I can probably just take a very good opportunity to just, take a quick video just above one of these roof garden as well. So you probably will hear a lot of noise, because I'm just outdoor, right? But never mind, let's just jump straight to the topic. And why I say so, why do I share that, that actually you guys do not really have to buy a property investment? Now, one of the main reasons is because, I've been speaking to a lot of property investors, and I realized that, one of the very critical things is that you do not really need to make money out of properties, right? And that it really depends on your forte, right? I've met people who actually can get very good returns from their business, or there are, owners or probably buyers who can actually even get a lot of returns from stock investments, equities, stuff like that. And actually, in fact, there are many ways for you to increase your wealth. And property investment is just one of it, right? But why do a lot of Singaporeans want to buy property investments? Basically, I think because that is something that they can really see, and that is something that they feel safe, right? So to me, I think what you really have to understand is that look at all the different types of investments that you can increase your wealth, right? Some people believe in their business. Some people believe in putting their money in stocks and shares. And so I think it really depends on your forte, right? So what you are really good at. Now, property investments is just something that is much safer, because at the end of the day, the value, if you can still maintain the value there, and if you have a tenant who comes and rent your place, at least, you probably won't see your investments really going down the drain. And other investments probably might be a little bit risky. So this is where, I just want to share with you my opinion, right? You do not have to really buy a property investment if your forte is at other areas like doing business, stock investments, or probably, in other areas that you can actually get much better returns, right? Property investments is just one of it, right? So this is my personal view, because at the end of the day, I realize that a lot of the buyers that I serve sometimes, they really would like to buy a property for them to have their own stay, right? And it may not necessarily mean that that must be a good investment, because that property that they want is something that emotionally they are very attached, right? And this is something I feel that is really very important. Buy something that you really like. You do not really have to buy something just for investments, right? Because I think that emotionally the property has also a kind of attachment to the buyer or the family itself, right? And this is what I really feel. Unless you feel that your forte is not really in business, your forte is not really in stock investments or other area that can give you good returns, then property investments will be something that you might want to consider, okay? So I really do hope that I share my opinion in this really very quick video, right? So at least you can have my opinion and also think about whether which is more important. Is property investments really important that you really have to do it? Or probably you can park your funds in other areas that you can get much better returns as well. Okay, so hopefully this video will be very beneficial, and if you think it is, just somewhere in this video, just help me to click the like, subscribe, or even share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.